Good day, students. This is again Dr. Luisito Masanga. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you for those students and stakeholders who are patronizing my channel. Good job to all of you. And today we are going to discuss about the three levels of product. Before we start, let me acknowledge my reference or source. The author is Maximilian Claessens, Principles of Marketing Explained, Marketing Insider, dated April 27, 2015. So, our roadmap for our learning outcomes is at the end of the tutorial video, the student will be able to comprehend the relationship of the three levels of product to product development and diversification, and part of is student will be able to analyze the theories and concept principles which comes to the levels of the product. So I have only one slide, and we are going to make use of this tutorial. So basically, the three levels of product can be is very essential for the so-called product manager, or if any students is right now studying about product management, this tutorial is beneficial to these students because it will talk about the relationship between product development and the three levels of the product. So first of all, let us go back to Unsolved Matrix. Unsolved Matrix, as mentioned in my previous video, that Harry Unsolved is an American Russian, or a Russian American applied mathematician, and he was the one who developed the Unsolved Matrix, or what we call the product market expansion grid, and other entrepreneurs call it the product market segmentation grid. So Unsolved Matrix is an evaluation of how a company can grow and increase their profitability. The Unsolved Matrix has four strategies. One is the market penetration. The next is product development. The third is market development. And number four is diversification. So I am reiterating this Unsolved Matrix because we will be talking about how these three levels of product is used for product development. For product development and diversification. Okay. So in other words, this product market strategy used by entrepreneurs and companies, if you want to develop a product, you must consider the three levels of the product. So that is important because according to Ansoff, Harry Igor Ansoff, product development is useful for new product and existing market, while diversification is a new product introduced to a new market. So it is very, very associated. If you develop a new product, whether your growth strategy you are using is product development or diversification, these three levels of product is very important. More so, if you are a product manager, this theory and concept is very significant and related to your career. Okay? So let's try to minimize our notes. Okay. All right. So with Ansoff, we are concerned with product development and diversification. Why? Because we are concerned with the new product. So when we develop a new product, the product manager should see to it that the three levels of product is captured. So let's go now to the three levels of the product. Okay. So it is clearly emphasized that for a product development, this strategy for or a growth strategy is applied for an existing market and a new product. So therefore, if you are going to offer a new product, there is what you call a research and development that you are going to really put all the ingredients to that product you are developing, and these ingredients are these three levels of the product: existing market, new product. Okay, so now let's go to this new product that we are talking about. While for diversification strategy, we are talking of a new market and a new product. That's why the Unsolved Matrix is also called the product market segmentation grid. Okay, new market and new product. Okay, so we are very much concerned with the new product. So, all right, okay. That's the new product and the new product here. So it is typically for product development and diversification related to the product market expansion grid. All right. So that's clear. New product. Okay. All right. So you can see here that we have a small circle here. That's the first circle. And this is the second circle. And the larger circle is this one. Alright, that's the third circle. The three levels of the product is the core product, which talks about the benefit of the product. The core product is intangible in nature, meaning to say you cannot touch, you cannot smell, so it is intangible. Okay, intangible. Now, the second product or the second circle is the actual product. Here, the characteristic of the actual product is tangible. You can see it, you can touch it, you can smell it. Okay, tangible. And the third is the augmented product. The augmented product again is intangible in nature. Okay? So, let's go first to this core benefit or core product, the first product. Okay? Alright. So, if you think of a product, you must likely think of the only one level of the three levels of the product. Example is, if you think of a car, you probably think simply the car, how it looks like, how it drives, and so on. But a product is much more than what you think. So therefore, when we talk about uh, the core product, it is the core customer value. Meaning to say, this benefit, you talk about what the product can do to the customer. You talk about what opportunities the product can give the customer. So, in other words, the benefit is the solution you are providing to the problem of the customer. Because the every product, the objective of that to the customer is solution. So, in sales management, a lot of consultative sales technique or transactional, they try to sell not the features of the product, but rather the benefit or the core benefit of the product. Okay? So, the core customer value answers questions like, what is the buyer really buying? When an entrepreneur designs a product or when a product manager designs a product, he should first think of the core benefit that can solve the problem of the consumer. And the next question can be, what does the customer really seek? Let's go to this example of a car. If you purchase a car, the most basic core benefit could be transportation, but for others who have different opinion, it might be status or glamour. Let's say, for example, you buy a smartphones. The core benefit is simply communication. But if you buy an Apple product, an iPhone or an iPad, you buy more than a mobile computer or a personal organizer. So the customer value you buy is freedom and on-the-go connectivity. A woman buying a lipstick seeks more than just a colorful cosmetics. In fact, she might seek hope. You see that already the first one of the three levels of the product is much more than the product itself. So when you are developing a product, no, product development, which is new product to an existing market, if you develop a product, you must really be very clear what benefit does the customer really seek. What is the problem that needs to be solved? So that is the core benefit. Like, for example, a Volvo brand car is a premium automobile, but of course, it has a specific niche market for that. But the core benefit of those people who patronize Volvo is the core benefit. That's why they are buying is safety. When they perceive that they are inside a premium car like Volvo, their lives is safe. They feel safe and secured inside the Volvo. So in sales management, I usually impart the value of selling the benefit, what solution your product can give to the customer. Let's take for example iPhone. The core benefit is really security. No? If you have an iPhone, it has a lot of barriers of security. The benefit of an iPhone is that it is not an Android, but rather an iOS. But that could be a feature, uh, but the core benefit is really security. So it is very important that when you are using product development strategy and diversification, you must ensure that when you develop a product, be sure that you have this ingredient, which is during the conceptualization stage of your product, you must ensure that you have this benefit. What benefit will I give my market, my consumer, my customer? The added value, the core value of my product or service. Now, the next is the tangible part, which is the actual product. No? You can touch, you can smell, you can feel it. So, there are attributes when it comes to the actual product. So, let me just remove uh, some of my notes so that this will be clear. Okay. So the next one is the actual product. In the actual product, we have features, the design, the packaging, the quality level, and the brand name. So if you are in that stage of developing a new product, you must ensure that you have incorporated all these attributes in your actual product. Like for example, the features of your product, uh, you must have a, a written and very clear what are the specifications of your product. Example, is this 110 volts, 50 hertz? Is this 220 volts, 60 hertz? The pixel, what is the capacity of your RAM? What is your main processor? Okay. So you must have a features and clear when you are doing developing the product. And of course, uh, the design, no? Is this shock proof? Is this waterproof? How many depth can this particular item be submerged deep in the water? So the design, like for example, an iPhone, the design of the iPhone as the model progresses, so the design is becoming, some brands are becoming slimmer, they are thin. The design, like for example, is all the cameras are, it has a vertical, it has horizontal. So the design is very, very important when you are developing the product. The next is the packaging. The packaging is not only just to protect physically the product, but it also serves as a communication to the consumer. Like for example, how the packaging was designed. Look at the packaging of iPhone. There is too much safety precaution in the packaging of iPhone. Look at if you are buying like for example, a white line or a fridge. Aside from the packaging carton box, they have styrofoam to protect the corners. There is a symbol in the carton box that this side is up, and there is a word precaution or fragile, and there is also a precaution in the carton box that do not use it after installation. So the packaging serves as a advertising, no, to your consumer. I really don't know, guys, which packaging you feel proud, and it's a way of glamorous, like if you want to take out and buy Krispy Kreme, and the other one is Jayco. Which packaging do you prefer? Which is more glamorous to you? Which is more, you feel proud carrying your takeout or your take home? Because the packaging of Jayco is totally different to Krispy Kreme. Well, it's up to you to decide. But packaging is a sort of communication, not only just to protect the actual product, but packaging is the one of the attribute inside, or one of the ingredient inside the actual product level. And it is also the quality level. The quality level, let's take Toyota Motor Philippines Inc. No? In Toyota, the quality system is different because the quality inspectors are the factory workers as well. Day in, day out, they know what they are doing, the feel of the part material, the feel of the work pieces. They know whether that is erroneous and non-conformance to quality. So they have a norm and concept of doing it right the first time. In Toyota, doing it right the first time. They have also a Six Sigma, no? A Six Sigma which pertains to a high rigid quality control that involves and prevents quality rejection through your process. They have also just-in-time delivery. They have also a Kanban system. So there are many productivity tools inside Toyota just to emphasize the quality management standard of this company. I am not promoting any brands here, but I am just uh, citing some examples. The brand name, no? By the logo itself, you know that if that is a letter M, it stands for McDonald. If there is an apple that is beaten on the right side, you know that's, yeah, an Apple brand. Okay? So, you know that, the brand Just Do It is just for Nike. So, part of the actual product are these attributes or ingredients that when you are developing a product, a new product, that the strategy that you are used for growth and profitability, you are going to use product development and diversification. Please ensure that when you are a product manager, that all of these ingredients are incorporated in your actual product. The first, the benefit, and the actual product, which is the intangible. Now, let's go to the third one, which is the augmented product, and which is the augmented product, and this one is the intangible side, no? The intangible. In the augmented product, okay, by the way, uh, in this uh, in this augmented product, it rounds the three levels of the product being built around the core value and the actual product. It simply offers additional consumer services and benefits when we talk about the augmented product. The Like for example, if you buy an iPad, you get more than the core benefit. No? Example is communication, and also more than the actual product. Those are the only two levels if you buy an iPad. So the augmented part of the product you get is the complete solution to your connectivity problems as defined by the core customer value. This complete solution might take the form of, example is warranty, the after sale service, the product support or after sales service, the instruction on how to use the device, and so on. So, as we learned, a product is more than what you actually see when you buy it, because the three levels of product are involved in any purchase. The levels of product include the core customer value, the actual product, and the augmented product. What you buy is a complex bundle of benefits that aim to satisfy your needs. This also means that when marketers develop products or product managers, they first must identify the core customer value or benefit. What does the customer really need and want? What is the solution that we can provide to the problem of the customer? Then they must design the actual product, and more so find ways to augment it in order to create a customer value and a most satisfying experience. You know, if you buy a like for example, the new technology now in air conditioning, the inverter type air conditioning, uh, there is, when you buy it, you cannot just, install it immediately, because this service personnel is going to be the one to install the product, or maybe uh, your type of air conditioning is a split type wherein there is an indoor unit and there is an outdoor unit. So the connection in between the indoor and the outdoor, the service personnel is going to install that, because if you are going to be the one to install it, you will not be covered by the warranty. In automobiles, the first 500 kilometers, the next 1,000 kilometers, the next 1,500. So for every 500 kilometers, you have to bring it inside the car dealer office or shop to be covered with the warranty. Probably the warranty is labor is free, but the consumables will be charged to you. So this is the warranty. And maybe after after the warranty expires, there is also a service department that offers the after sale service. For example, you buy a microwave oven. So if you, for example, the keypad is malfunctioning, so you will not call an a third you will not call an outside technician to fix that problem, but rather you have to bring it in their service department so that the parts that you are going to replace will be covered by warranty. Because if you will manage to do it maybe by third party technician and the seal will be broken, it will not be covered by the warranty. So that is part of the benefit or variables that is related to the augmented product. And of course, there is also a terms of payment, no? That is part of the augmented product. In terms of payment, all right, we have, uh, the terms of payment. Usually, um, if we do it cash, we avail of so much discount because it is not term. No, we avail of discounts. And you have the power and authority to negotiate for more discount because you are going to pay it in cash. There is also credit, no? Sometimes in credit, of course, from the uh, from the standard retail price or selling the standard retail price, there is a markup, no? Because you are going to buy it and pay it for credit. Usually there is 6 months, 12 months, 24 months, or 36 months, no? Or 5 years to pay when you are buying a vehicle. So there is a markup price, no, for that. And for some now it is popular for the debit card, no? It's also like a cash, no? So these are the terms of payment. Another one is through check payment, no? So this terms of payment is part of the augmented product level. And then we have also delivery. So, guys, in the augmented product, this is uh, a self-income generating unit of the company. I'll give you an example. Here, like for example, if you go to Abenson, okay, you buy a refrigerator, inside NCR, there is a fixed amount to be charged. If you are in Calabarzon, okay, Calabarzon, they have a different charge. So these charges is part of the delivery fee. So there is a added income to the part of the marketer when it comes to augmented product. The after sales service is also a self-generating income because if you buy that particular product or brand, you will be tied up because you cannot get spare parts or parts replacement to other entities or other institutions because it is solely distributed by that brand. So this augmented product can generate some extra income or sales to the company. So let us remember, to conclude, let us remember that the three levels of the product is associated with product development or the product development and diversification because these are related to new products. And once you are using this growth strategy, product development strategy, diversification strategy as your strategy for growth and profitability, when you are using the product market segmentation matrix, you must ensure that when you are developing a new product, you have to consider the three levels of the product. Again, this is the core benefit, the actual product, and the augmented product. So, uh, it is clearly that you can see how product market is associated, directly associated to the three levels of the product. Okay? So, again, if you are new to my channel, please, if you find these tutorial videos beneficial to the Filipino students, please subscribe and hit the bell, make a like and share. And once again, thank you for patronizing my YouTube channel. Keep safe, everyone. Till my next tutorial video.